I was with my father walking in the street. All of a sudden, we started to hear some noises. We looked, and there was a group of people screaming, laughing. They were having so much fun. And my father said, "Stop. Listen to the people. It's music." I thought he was crazy. I didn't understand. Who was going to tell me that it's exactly what we're doing today at the Leisure Way? We listen to the people. We create the right notes to give rhythm to our places. Our commitment is to create unique destinations where people have fun and provide value to your assets. At the Leisure Way, we create innovative places where emotions come alive.
مساء الخير من جديد. أنا إيمان المنديل، أطلع عليكم في من الرياض مع إيمان المنديل على محطات العرب. ضيفنا اليوم يصنع الأحلام. أي حلم اليوم، حلم الطفولة، تراه على أرض الواقع، خاصة في المملكة العربية السعودية. ضيفي من دولة صديقة من الأرجنتين، يزور المملكة وهو فاوندر، صنع الكثير من الأحلام ونفذها على أرض الواقع. اليوم في السعودية، مع السعودية العظمى، مع السعودية الجديدة، نشوف هذا في كثير من المواقع. Hi.
Hello.
How do you say it in Spanish? Hola?
Hola.
Hola.
Hola, hola.
Do you know how we say it in Saudi?
No.
Hella.
Hella.
It's not
See,
very
it's
fast.
the same. No, I will be ended up speaking Arabic very soon, I think.
Great. Gaston, welcome to Saudi. I would like to know, how did you reach to that level where you make dreams come true on reality? From the beginning, from where you started while you've been young.
Well, I started to try well myself. You know, at the end of the day, you know, I come from a family who is a family of entrepreneurs, you know, and we like to create things. So my father had a company where manufacturing different things, and I wanted to do my own version of how to create, you know, things for the people. So basically I started to create locations where, you know, people will go and have a great time, and it was a business and an experiment that prepared myself to learn a lot what not to do. This is at the end of the day, you know, through these 50 years, you know.
50?
Yeah.
Okay.
But not the whole career. I'm not that old. I think I learned a lot by trial and error. And I was happy because, you know, when you do something that on your own and you really see and you made a mistake.
So you have that passion and you've been your first customer?
And perseverance.
Okay.
Passion and perseverance. You need to.
And creativity.
That's no doubt. If you don't have that, it's like it's a TV without content. You know, it's like you can buy the frame, but the content is what attracts you.
Of course.
So the creativity is the self-esteem that lives, you know, inside of myself and the whole team that we have, and we push, you know, always the limit to see how we can really bring something that not only surprises and really but connects, you know, that emotional connects to the community, and we bring something that will make people happy at the end of the day. This is what we like.
So when you made your dream a reality, was you happy? You've been happy having that?
Well, you know, when it did okay, yes.
Was it difficult?
Yeah, it was difficult because, you know, at the beginning, like everyone, you know, you don't know what you're doing. You know, it's so
challenging. You think it's challenging? It's your first experience?
Because you are testing. You're testing, and this process of, you know, trial and error matures you mentally to absorb and to always, not only because we will always, you know, people that we do things make mistakes. Only people that do things. Of course, you know, everyone knows.
Of course, if you don't do it, you will not figure out where are the mistakes.
But we make less. We make less now, and we are, you know, fortunate enough
we learn from the mistakes.
Yes, and we are fortunate enough to have people around us that are very capable too. You know, around me, you know, I was able to get a big team, people that really have the spirit. I was able to transmit the spirit of joy and really enjoy what we do. We're passionate about what we do. You know, we really are. We said what is the magic of what we do is, then it's all of us. There is nothing else. When we put this love, pure love into the table.
What does it take you to make your dream come true? If we say in 1, 2, 3, 4.
1, 2, 3, 4. First is to understand. My dream, because we do dreams for others. So their dreams. First of all, I need to understand. And so I became quite sensitive to this because I smell where is the line to go, because that's the only way to really understand things that are not said. Second, important is to be there. So we work in 30 countries and I travel a lot. I go and visit, touch and talk to the people, being close to them, saying, discuss and argue and really agree on what is, because nobody here is the owner of the truth. And when you do creativity, nobody knows, and really they contract us and say, what are you going to do? And I tell them sometimes, I don't know. And this is
really? And you don't know? Or it's just an answer?
Don't know. It's true. I don't know.
When you will know?
When we start to work. Because at the end of the day, it's like a canvas. Like you start to look at the canvas and you start to try to see how you put the first parts. And I'm not alone. With people who have different talents, and we put all together to really think how we can make something exceptional that really creates a place where people connect.
So you work on what? Projects, countries, people?
We work in real estate projects.
Okay.
We work with cities now because we have, for example, now we're working in a project in Sweden, in a town, which the problem is that people are leaving the town. And they said the idea of the town is to reconnect and try to bring things for make people to come back.
That's nice.
Because and then when we went there, I understood why they were, not only there were jobs. And I said, this is an unusual place because it's full of jobs, but people are leaving. But the place was very boring. Really, it didn't have the content. So we really have to start to think how to connect the parts, understand what they like and how was the history, try to see the people, understand what those people are, because in each country it's not the same from the south, from the north, climate is different. So we really go deep, as much as we can to really bring something that makes sense for them, and also they're proud of it. Because this is something that we always try to bring, something that really adds value, emotional value and value to the town. Because if people decide not to leave, that will be the best value that you can ever have, for that.
So you study first their needs and then you try to implement it on reality, and then you make sure that it is something functional, then they can use it, and it's going to make them all together as one society, good environment, happy.
Of course.
So more entertaining things?
No. We the leisure is where we focus is how the feeling of satisfaction, how we're really going to make people. So we see many things, we go from activation to create places for the family, to create it for the adults, creating places for gathering, places for stimulation, places for activity. So there is a mix of things that you do in order to create that different emotions that you go in your customer journey.
Is it more difficult to do that for adults more than kids or children?
No.
Or it is just like a combination of both?
No, for us it's not. There's no difficult project. It's, for us it's always, we need to go in. We need to, it's like when they call us like a SWAT, we go, and we zoom in, we go from where we zoom and we go and start to touch, and we use all our abilities and sensibilities to put together things that people do not expect sometimes. So, from the first question that they go ask us at the beginning, what you're going to do, and we tell them, I don't know. But then when we come and we show them what we are thinking. Sometimes also we have the faces of our clients, so, well, how are we going to manage this? How are we going to?
So they are kind of partners on that projects, because they are giving you also their thoughts, what they need.
And their ideas too. We work as a team. That's the key part.
Isn't it that difficult, because with the technology, all the devices, and now the children more in the internet and whatever is happening globally?
Well, I think
Isn't it that difficult to have them go with the entertaining?
No, it's not more difficult. No. I think it's a compliment. I'm not against anything. I think today what happens is they did it better than physical. So people went digital because the physical was really boring. So what we need to do is
at their age maybe it was fun, but now there is more demanding. There is more needs.
But also they're doing more things digital. So Why? Because they were not doing so many things
physically.
So those of we work on the physical things, we need to really do things, and we are improving and improving and improving. I think we will balance, the digital life and the physical life. And I think they merge as we have an omni-channel life at the end of the day. What I don't think is nice is for a kid to be in front of a TV all day, because now they're in front but
now they change it with smaller TV.
Yeah, there's smaller TV, exactly. I think it's much more fun and adventures for the family and for the kids to really go into...
Do some activity together and to keep a family with a good bond.
Exactly.
I have a question for you.
Yep.
Since 2019, you are in Saudi, right?
Yes, I came first time.
First time 2019.
Yeah.
What was your impression before you arrived to Saudi and what you heard from others about Saudi Arabia, and then first when you arrived?
It's a completely different culture, so be careful there because
they've been warning you, Yani.
No, of course because there is a wrong understanding of Saudi Arabia.
All over.
Yeah, exactly. It's a wrong understanding, and then this is where when I go back, I'm probably one of the PR. Saudi Arabia doesn't know that they have a good PR because I'm one the top.
You are our representative in Argentina.
In Spain, and everyone says, "What are you doing in Saudi Arabia? Why you're going there?" Of course, I'm doing business, but also I'm enjoying it. What for me before was, I'm not a typical person because I'm very adventurous and I've been around, but I thought I was going to be much more closer, and it's not. At the end of the day, it's you have the impression, or we had the impression before that Saudi Arabia was very close and there was not going to be, the social aspect was going to be very difficult. And look, I cannot stop meeting people. I cannot stop being invited to go for dinner to their homes.
Nice.
I visit, many places. So for me, it's like they make me feel at home. So on the complete contrary, in other countries, they never invite me first hand to their home. So I feel really, really welcome
by the society.
That's why I said, look, this country is united and ready for a big, big thing.
And after 30 different countries that you visited and you had business with them.
I visited one more. This is the ones we work.
Right, now in Saudi, is there a potential that there is something in your mind maybe that we can improve and there is a potential for working and doing good business that's matching your creativity and your business?
Yes, because we work, I think that the stimulation of the social aspect in general in the cities, it's a big thing that is going to happen. And what I see now, there is a lot of commitment to the entertainment part. You pay a ticket to go into a cinema, you pay a ticket to go into a ride. But let's say the social aspect is not just to go into a cinema or go into this. I see that the public space of Saudi Arabia has much more demand, and people have to see this place to enjoy everywhere. To connect the dots is not just doing ticketing things. Just I see a big opportunity for Saudi Arabia to be much more than an entertainment place, much more. And that's why we call it, the emotional connection to have the big umbrella of leisure. For us, it's like a mantra that says how we're going to make people feel good. Of course, you're going to go and play bowling, for example. But what else? There are many things to do. And then how we're going to make people to talk to each other. How we're going to bring, values to that community.
That's interesting.
How we're going to really make people comfort. How we're going to bring values that identifies to that particular project, to that particular community. So it's not just bringing from abroad ideas, it's building them from here. And I see the opportunity of Saudi Arabia creating their own version of, how to make people happy, not just bringing things from abroad. This is my wish, and I hope that I can have the challenge to bring identity, from the roots of Saudi Arabia culture.
Interesting. As I understand, you like to understand the culture and the people and your business. Then you start to think and brainstorm and share the ideas with your team and with the people who needs that business.
Exactly.
So far, how did you look at the Saudi society with different categories in the whole country? Because people from Western province are different from Central, are different. The thinking, the society, although we are open-minded now and the society became more open and accepting others, and they call us today the Great Saudi. How do you see that it can match what you are planning to do in here?
Well, I think, the seeds are there. Now it's like a plant that will grow and will grow and will be more beautiful, more beautiful, more beautiful. Now we are at the beginning, and people are, I think, everywhere. For example, 3 or 4 months ago, I went to Taif, which is,
Hello, nice.
I took a car, I went.
By yourself?
By myself.
Yes,
I went through that road and went because we are working in a project there. And they said, well, people are more conservative there and this. And I went and started I do my way. My way is I go and talk to everyone in the street and the place, and I start to interact. It's perfectly, okay. You dress different. I dress like this. This is for me the least of the problems. The issue is about here. People are ready for really embracing good things here. And I think there is an opportunity, a historical opportunity to bring identity. And for example, the other day I was reading about the touristic approach, and I liked a lot what they are proposing because they are bringing the heritage of the buildings.
Okay.
They are thinking how to really show the Saudi culture. So I don't think it's the north or south. In every country happens this.
Of course,
in every country. Over. But I don't think that there will be a difference. Everyone wants a great Saudi.
Yeah, but the point, of course, Saudi is all one great country. However, things can happen in area that has sea is different than area that like Riyadh, it's the central region and it has the sand, it has now the green Riyadh. So it is different according to the environment, according to the society, according to whatever you have from there.
The project that we propose in Taif has to do with Taif, I learn about.
So it matches the city by itself.
Oh, I learn about the monkeys. I learn about the roses. I went to see them.
Interesting. How long you stayed in Taif?
Almost a week. No. I said that I was by myself. Actually, I asked
by yourself 1 week.
Yeah, there with one of the guys, because for me it was, I wanted to see because I was in Jeddah and this is the first time I went into, let's say, more interior city. I wanted to see, and then I took the car. I went to see the surroundings.
Taif is beautiful.
It's beautiful, and I want to see how people also enjoy their time. And this was so, they were taking me to all of the places, and I do my explorations. Part of my job is to really understand the people, and everyone is looking for a smile on you. When they come, it's not something that there's a strict. Everyone comes with a smile.
It's a human thing.
Yeah,
all over.
Exactly.
It's not only with Saudi. It's global.
Well, what happens is I think some cultures is easier than others. Of course. Everywhere people they want to be happy. It's a natural thing, at the end of the day. So now, this is the path we need to follow. I don't see it a challenge in the north or the south. I think the challenge is to do it correctly, not to copy paste, not to copy paste each other, not to think because it works in United States, it's going to work here. This is something that it will be a short-time winner because people will go and see, and then will get tired very quick. The reality is how we make things sustainable, and not only sustainable in terms of the materials, sustainable in the long run, that becomes part of your days, that you have these places like you extend of your home. The homes are closed. You need to open the homes and to use and connect outside of your home.
From your opinion, since 2019 till today, what do you think that might be projects can happen in Saudi and it makes the people here satisfied, happy, share, and use it together?
Well, there is a lot of efforts. You have Giga projects, you have Riyadh Season, all of this happening. It's tremendous amount of effort that they're putting.
Have you visited Riyadh Season?
Not yet. Actually, I'm going tomorrow night.
Good.
I was exploring a bit. For me, Riyadh Season is missing the part of the local.
Yeah, really? A lot of Saudis, they went to Riyadh Season because it is...
No, the local touch. In terms of how we bring the local...
Wait till you visit Gaston.
Yeah, I want to see...
Tomorrow is your visit. Exactly. Wait, and then judge.
Because I saw this and said, oh my God, why I'm going to see something that, this is not an expo. I want to see more. So, exactly...
Because they brought the world to us. Yeah, that's part of the entertaining things in Saudi. Yeah. They want us also to see the whole world inside Saudi.
Very good. Plus,
they will add the Saudi touches in there.
Yes, I think this is also the vision of how to bring the world for people that cannot see the world is very nice. And I open the gate to too many things. I haven't visited, I have to go and see, but I see a lot of effort in the project that they're doing, and all destinations that they're going to create were actually are in the same line, you know, to create emotions and to create different environments that really attracts people to come and visit Saudi Arabia, but it's also for the Saudi Arabian people too.
Of course. Did you visit the Camel Festival?
Yes.
How was it?
Oh, it was fantastic.
Was it a nice experience?
Yeah.
What did you see over there?
Well, of course, I saw, you know, the exposition of the camels, you know, how they were rating them. It actually reminds me, I told you I'm originally from Argentina, and I live in front of the hippodrome. So they do similar things with the horses.
Nice.
So for me, it's
we have for the horses, of course.
Exactly. So it's a similar
and for
thing.
the falcons. So I think
everyone,
it's a lot
the selection, the judges, it was very similar. And then it was also organized very well. They had tents to exhibit things, you know, exhibit the way of how they were doing in the desert. I liked it a lot. And then, of course, ride the camel. And, you know, for me, it's an experience, you know, to really be with the Saudis because they are so passionate about their culture. They sing for me. They sing a song.
Ah, nice. What was it? Do you remember?
I have the video. I have the video of the guy.
It.
And, you know, because we were in a tent and then he said for a friend of Argentina, blah, blah, blah. And
hospitality in Saudi is very different.
Yeah, they
unlike any other country.
Very nice, very nice. So, you know, you feel like a king because, you know, they always are making you feel better. So I feel always in debt. How can I make them feel better? Because everyone is making me feel better. So it's like they give me more than what I give. This is always
you know, in our culture, in Saudi culture, we have the guest as a priority thing. We've been like trying as much as we can to satisfy him, make him happy, make him feel comfortable.
That's why it's always I feel like it's too much.
No, we will see your projects, and this one is going to pay back.
Yes, this is the idea.
What is the plan for Saudi projects in here? Can we?
Well, we are now working in several projects in Riyadh, in Jeddah, in Taif. Mainly now we're working with shopping center developers who are bringing the leisure components, you know, to activate and to really regenerate their assets and to create a new typology of assets that are centered not only in shops. I said, you know...
And shopping is not the only entertaining thing.
No, it's not the only thing that we are served for. So basically today, you know, the functionality of shopping is already well established.
Right.
I think there is a big opportunity to really revamp the experience and the customer journey through the mall to really find a lot of things that can happen that are not only a retail destination, to be really a life destination where you want to do your birthday, where you want to go for a walk by the hand and really find your friends and things that really are natural to any human being, not just shopping. So
keep the family together, keep the friends together,
yes, and
make
bring
them more
healthy environments to really bring the community and to open the doors. You know, not to be the shopping for us is the anchor of a community at the end of the day. And, and today I tell all the time this to the CEO of the companies. You know, you have an opportunity to not to change them all, but to really change the community because people are having your asset as a third space. You know, you go and you spend time, you go for a coffee and you meet your friends and you may find your girlfriend or, you know, these are things happening and we take our photos and, you know, these places are part of our history. So at the end of the day, we feel that we have to create that history together and bring these assets into a different level, which belongs to them, you know, belongs to the people. I said,
part of them. You are not creating something from scratch. You will use whatever is happening in here and improve it.
We study and we try to bring something new. There is one phrase that I said to my clients: you are the physical owner, but the real owner is the guy that goes there and says, this is my place because here is where I do my shopping.
Nice.
This is where I do my coffee or where I go, I eat my potatoes. This is my place. And when you have this, it's success. It's success. This is the biggest thing that a client can have, be the owner of your place.
What is the biggest challenge that might scare you? I know, mashallah, you are very creative and you like challenges. However, what is the thing that might gives you a little doubt where we are going with the projects in Saudi Arabia? Do you have any doubts? with
Well,
implementing any projects?
No, I was before, but not anymore, because the first time they contacted me, that's why you have to really understand the language, because this division between women and men, but it's not happening anymore.
True.
So that was erased, and I see that today it's really an environment where it's completely mixed. I don't have any fear in reality. Actually I have.
خلاص, now you know.
I'm anxious.
خلاص, not خلاص?
Yes, of course.
خلاص or not خلاص?
خلاص.
Do you invite investors from out of the country to come and invest in Saudi Arabia?
Yes, I think.
Do you think it's a good potential for them as an investment?
I want to invest. I want to buy
Interesting.
something, because I think on real estate is going to go up.
Mm-hmm.
So at the end of the day, I think this is a country ready to go for better. Unfortunately, in Europe, there is not so much action like here.
Right.
So I think here is, a great opportunity of investment for anyone, for individuals, for companies, and we are here to be for long. We came here to make friends and to do business. Maybe we do more. Who knows?
Do you think we have all what it takes to have our dreams come true on reality as Saudis? From your point of view, from visiting different countries, meeting different societies?
I think I see a very highly educated people here, which is a big thing. When I think the previous in the past was more dependent on foreign people like us, trying to think, this guy, if he's foreign, is better. Well, I have to say it, I find very highly educated people here, which are much better and much higher educated than me, myself. Maybe they are not, I'm a specialist in something, making, this life in these places, but I think here the education is really high. So for me, if you have a country where, it's, the economy is healthy, it has the population who is young and is educated, and you have a mission to accomplish, they put everyone on the, I bought it, but not because I'm speculating, because I really think it's the only way to make things happen. If you have too many people talking and nobody does anything. So here everyone is on a mission to do things.
Interesting. That's a good point of view you are seeing in Saudi Arabia. Mr. Gaston, the founder of the Leisure Way, you are really more than welcome to be with us in Saudi Arabia. I wish that you are enjoying your stay and your business will be in reality on our country. Inshallah, we'll see you always.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for visiting us.
Thank you very much.
مشاهدينا أيضا الشكر موصول لكم من الرياض مع إيمان المنديل. نكون معكم دائما في حلقات مختلفة.